Hey, it's Tuesday night, and we're at Circuit World here in East LJ. Easy, Coach.
I'm
All right, take it easy,
good,
Coach. Let me get this thing off the ground.
good.
You got me shaking all over the place, all right?
Don't get nervous.
It's Tuesday night, and we're here, 7 o'clock, Circuit World, East LJ, and it's time for Gilmer Bobcats Turf Talk. We want to thank Shane's Rib Shack for providing the meal. I'm here with head coach Casey Wingard. We got with us on the couch tonight Drew Dyer, free safety, Kel Kiker, tailback and safety, and Chandler Sutton. We want to start this first segment. Guys, how you doing tonight? Coach, you're working them hard. I mean, this show goes off. You've been here a minute. You're working right to the edge.
Yeah, we got a little extra reps in today.
Hey guys, you've had the last 2 weeks. I know. Let me go over just a couple things before we get started, folks. We're talking Quad A Region 6 football. Now we're into region play. So this coming week starts region play. Realistically, no matter what it says out there, it's 0-0. Everybody's got a fresh start in the region play. So let's the Bobcats coming off a loss to Murphy 27-6, and they're going to be traveling over to Heritage 7:30 Friday night. Now let me just give you a highlight. Everybody in this region: Ridgeland, Southeast Whitfield County, Heritage, Lafayette, Northwest Whitfield, Pickens, and Gilmer. That's everybody in the region. Coach Wingard, you have your first game head coach this past Friday night with the team. The scoreboard doesn't reflect a win, but my understanding from everybody I've talked to, there's been a win as far as attitude and the direction you're going. Talk about a little bit the last 2 weeks. You had an off week, and then you had this week here, this first game. Talk a little bit about the attitude and the turnaround in the team.
Well, the team handled everything that kind of went on. Our message last week was, focus, beat Murphy, and the kids responded in such a great way, even at practice. All hands kind of on deck with going through practice, even the practice schedule, how we do things a little bit differently, picking up a new type of defense and picking up essentially a new type of offense, and being able to put that together is a testament again to the kids and the help we had getting that all completed.
Guys, talk about the last 2 weeks, some of the turnaround. Had some more players come out in the last couple weeks. The sidelines got several more guys on the sideline, a lot more depth. And I know as well as you do, when there's more depth on the sideline, it takes some of the pressure off you because, hey, you go in the fourth quarter and there's only so deep on the sideline. You only got so much steam. So talk about this past week's game, but the 2 weeks going into region play. Talk about that. Start with you, Kel.
Well, I mean, we have had a lot of people come out, and some of them, like Josh, and they'll be able to fill positions and they'll be able to help us out. But a lot of them won't get a start until this week, so we'll have to see what they.
Kel, you're a regular on the show now, right? So you
Yes.
want to move over as co-host or something? I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
I have a little computer right here.
Yeah, you have to have your teleprompter right there on the table. Kel's been a regular every week. We've enjoyed having him. Guys, same thing for you guys. Talk a little bit about some of the adjustments on the field, moving around, some of the adjustments made on the field, and getting ready for region play this week.
People coming out really helped us with depth chart. We could use a lot of the people that started to come out, and that's helped us a lot. And I think it will in the next game.
How about yourself, Drew?
I just think a lot of kids, it's helping us that a lot of kids came out, but I also think it's helping us because it seems like we were playing just to kind of be there, and now it seems like kids are playing because they want to.
Okay. Is that, talk a little bit about, and when I say the attitude, it's 0-0. I mean, are you guys talking that this week? It's region play. Everything's in the past. It's 0-0. Talk about some of the attitude that you guys are talking about going into region play.
Well, we've been breaking it down on believe. We got to believe that we can beat some of these teams. Because, I mean, some of them they're ranked above us, but we got to believe that we can beat them.
Coach, talk about a lot of the players that have come out. How many, you care to share with us how many more players have come out in the last 2 weeks on the sideline?
We've had about 20 new players come out and join the football team. Some old that for whatever reason did not come out this year that wanted to come back out. We did a good job with some of the kids in the hallway, getting the kids back out. So with that, we had a total of about 20 kids make it through, the 5-day acclimation period and all that stuff. So it's helped us a lot, like you said, depth-wise, given some of the guys some breaks, and even with our JV and our freshman team, being able to just look at different people in different spots, and I told the varsity this and the new kids that came out, everything's open. You got to work hard to earn your spot, because nothing's going to be given to you in this region or in life in general. So that kind of brought a competition, competitiveness out in the football team. That's good for us to get better. And then even with last week, Murphy, phenomenal first and second half, and it kind of third quarter came out and things didn't go our way, and it kind of, you saw it on the field, kind of reverted back to a little bit, the head started going and all that. So this week I've been harping with the seniors and the starters, and some of the younger kids believe. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in your player next to you. You have to believe that you can do this. And I think once we change that mindset, we're going to start rolling along with getting better with the offense and the defense and that mental capacity too.
Well, I always say you got to own it or you can't fix it.
That's good.
You can't fix it if you don't own it. Let me run something else by you here, Coach. And this is the first game we've actually seen this year. 306 total yards, but 130 rushing yards and 176 passing. It looks like last week you started getting to a flow of some balance, started getting some things opened up last week, getting some yards out there, spreading the field out a little bit. Talk a little bit about that, trying to get that balance of, passing and rushing going into region play. You got to have that.
Right, yeah, and that opens up. If you want to be able to pass the ball, you got to be able to run the ball effectively, and vice versa. So to be a balanced team where you can pass and run the ball, that means the defense has got to cover everything. They just can't focus and load up the box with 9 in the box. They also have to worry about the pass. And so going to a balanced set like that, being able to pass and throw it, kind of stretches the defense out a little bit. So, they got to worry about something, hot route or something come if they decide to put a blitz on. And I think that helped the kids out, giving them more in their arsenal to be able to use that.
Coach, we appreciate it. Hey, I'm BKP, and we're at Circuit World here in East Ellijay, and you're watching Gilmer Bobcats Turf Talk. We're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we're going to get Coach Flowers in here. And we'll follow up, ask him some questions on the defensive side of the ball. Take us a break, Cole.
El Rey in Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine.
El Rey.
El Rey in Ellijay.
Hello, America. The first ever $5 flavor menu is here, and it's a game changer. For just $5 each, you can get a medium one-topping pizza, Wing Street wings, a Hershey's cookie, and your other Hut favorites. A Pizza Hut pizza for just $5. It's the ultimate crowd pleaser.
How are you feeling, crowd?
Very pleased, thank you.
We do what we can here.
$5 for a Pizza Hut pizza. How can we not be pleased?
Good crowd today.
The $5 flavor menu, America's best pizza deal, only at Pizza Hut.
I'm Sheriff Dane Kirby, and I'll stand up for you.
I'm Stacy Nicholson, Sheriff of Gilmer County, and I will stand up for you.
Stand up and speak out. No matter how rich, cool, talented you believe yourself to be, how you treat people ultimately tells all. I am Allison Sosby, District Attorney, and I'll stand up for you.
Hey, we're back, and I'm your host, BKP, and we're at Circuit World in East LJ. We want to thank Shane's Rib Shack for providing the meal for the players and coaches tonight. And you're watching Gilmer Bobcats Turf Talk. I got the big guys on the couch tonight. That's not you, Coach Flowers, okay? But we have our next guest in here. Coach Flowers is the defensive back coach. We have Dylan Stewart and Austin Lacey, both. I forgot. Austin is guard and defensive end, and Dylan is guard and defensive tackle, right?
Yes, sir.
Good to be back on the team?
I reckon so.
Huh?
I reckon so.
Okay. Let me talk about you because, Austin, let me start out with you because I have watched you in hot pursuit chasing guys. I mean, I watch film. You chase them till the whistle and it's over. You don't give up on it. Talk about the attitude of the team and what's going on the defensive side going in the region. What are you guys talking about with all these new guys?
Well, we've always talked we got to swarm to the ball. So when we swarm to the ball, good things happen.
You guys last 2 weeks of practice, I know Murphy, the scoreboard doesn't reflect it, but at the same time, you guys did play a much more balanced game this past week. I'm just going to say it looked like a team, okay? Is that the feeling now?
Yes, sir.
Is it? Coach Flowers, talk about, you got a lot of new guys came out. I know this guy. If we go off camera, you need to know anything, let me know. I'll fill you in, all right? Mr. Stewart's a great guy. I've known this guy for a while. I've been watching him play for years. You got a lot of new guys back there. Things have changed around the last couple of weeks. Talk about your defense and some of the things Coach Flowers in the last 2 weeks.
All right, so our defense is a little different now. Before we were, mostly, blitzing and manning up, but now we're a little bit more of a read and react defense. Last week, I feel like the problem was it came a little unnatural to us, but that was, I think, my fault. Throughout the week, some positions were neglected. We're a little short-handed, but I think we're starting to overcome that and hopefully play more natural on defense this next week and just stick with our keys.
Are you seeing from last week? You had the off week and then you played a game this week. Are you seeing? Here is what somebody said to me the other day that Friday night's game was almost like first game of the season. Had that feel? Is that? Would you say something like that?
I completely agree. It felt like the first game of the year, and all this week it really felt like we were 0-1. I can't speak for everybody, but it really did feel like the first game of the year. I'm not sure. I know there were some things that went on and stuff, but I'm not sure what all contributed to that, but it really did. It felt like the first game of the year.
Coach, share with us a little bit, head coach going in the region. You've been there before, but you've been on the sideline in a different capacity on the sideline. Head coach going into this region because you know these teams. These are good football teams you're about to face.
Yes, very good.
Talk about this first game coming out of the box. I think what I say was it Heritage. You're traveling over to Heritage Friday night. Talk about what you think you're going to see over there in their team.
Heritage is a sound football team. They've got tons of weapons on offense from a defensive standpoint. They got a good offensive line, and they've got a couple of guys out on the edge that can find open grass and run some good routes. Their quarterback is elusive, and he can get away from any kind of rush. And, watching film on them, it's just we're going to have to play sound football with all that. And defensively, they blitz and come at you from different angles, and then they can also set back and read it too. So they're a phenomenal football team right now. So we've got to really do our job focusing in this week on just the little things that we can key up and pick up. And, like I tell the kids, it's not what we know, it's what they know. That's our job. So we could know all the sets and all the formations and everything, but if the kids don't know it, then we've not done our job. So that's what we've been harping on this week. So defensively, they can recognize and react at a fast, high-speed rate, playing with their hair on fire, hopefully give us some success. And that goes for every team in our region. I can't think of a team in our region right now that it's not going to be a barn burner because they all have different weapons, different offensive, different defenses, but you've got a lot of good, solid coaches all throughout this region. And so to compete with this region, you have to do the same job week by week, getting the kids just the little things right, just focusing on the little techniques, and because that's across the board in this region.
Coach, the other night you made a decision to play some of the players that you've already had on the team and some of the guys that came back in and the new players in some different positions. The other night was your first game to look at film and see if some of these decisions or where you put some of the players. And last week, I understand David Smith played quarterback. Is that a decision you've made? Are you going to run the offense behind him? Have you made a decision on where you want everybody now? Was one game enough to see that, or are you still working on things throughout this week?
We're still working on things throughout this week. I think every position is open, and that gets the kids competing, like I said before. But I'm not going to say who's going to be our starter because we still have to evaluate week by week. And even with David, has done a phenomenal job, very, very good with his arm and his vision and elusive and can control the offense and all that. And we're very comfortable with him. And we might try, somebody else there or not. We might try a different line. We might try a different defense. We might try different special teams. We might put whoever out there just so nobody knows really what we're doing until Friday night.
That's the way we're going to leave it, right?
Yep.
We'll see Friday night,
yep.
Right?
So I don't know. So we might get somebody else out to come play quarterback Friday night.
All right. Well, let me try. Then let me try with Coach Flowers. Let me take a shot over here. All right. Coach, you had some guys you adjusted around this week. No, seriously, this is the first week, is like you said, and I think you said you left this game, you're 0-1, is the way the feeling is. It's almost like the first game of the season. You got a lot of new guys. You're working into the defense. Are you getting settled in there? Or are you still working on that this week?
Even with the kids that came out, the situation at our school is we're stretched thin, offensively, defensively, special teams wise, and so we've got to try people at a different position almost every day. I know someone today we thought was just going to be a linebacker, the whole time, and he ended up playing a little bit outside linebacker. And after practice, I got to thinking about it. He might be a pretty good free safety. So, we're so stretched thin. We're all going to have to play different roles in every phase of the game.
We're going to take another brief break. We'll be back in about 2 minutes, and you're watching Gilmer Bobcats Turf Talk here. Trying to get something out of Coach. We're going to make one more attempt here when we get back, but we're enjoying ourselves, and I love being with these guys every Tuesday night at Circuit World here in East LJ. I'm your host, BKP. Take us to break.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Better days ahead.
The summer sell down is on at Days Chevrolet in Jasper with huge savings up to 16% off MSRP. Save over $4,100 off Malibu Limited, now just $19,500. Save $9,500 on loaded Silverado Crew Cab LT, now only $38,700. Save up to 16% off MSRP on select new Chevys in stock during the summer sell down. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Right now at Pizza Hut, you can get any 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Get any toppings, any crust flavor, anything you want for just $6.99 each. And sweeten the deal with a Hershey's Triple Chocolate Brownie for just $5.99. Only at Pizza Hut.
And we're back. You're watching Gilmer Bobcats Turf Talk. I'm your host, BKP. Again, we want to thank Shane's Rib Shack for always supporting these Gilmer Bobcats, and we're at Circuit World at East Ellijay. We're going to wrap up here, but what I want to do with these guys, you know, I always say you got to own it or you can't fix it. And you know what? The reality of, like Coach said last week, you guys really, I think, forget the scoreboard. Doesn't lie, but I really think you guys are coming around, and I know you got every weapon. I know that. Been with you guys for a while. You got every weapon on the sideline to go into region play. This week, when you come off the field with Murphy, what did you say to yourself? Hey, when I go to practice, this is what I'm going to work on. This is what I'm going to get better at this week. What did you say, Austin?
Murphy was the first time I played O-line, so I need to work on my blocking a little bit.
So that was your first O-line? So you come off there saying, I got to work on my blocking?
Yeah.
What about you, Dylan? What did you say? I got to work on this week? Because everybody, you're a team, but you have to have personal things that you come off there and say, I got to work harder at. What did you say, Dylan?
Definitely my pass blocking.
Your pass blocking?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Mr. Dyer?
I had to recognize the formations and make sure the defense was right.
Okay, and yourself?
Zone coverage.
Zone coverage. You got to work on zone. You know what? If you don't know something, and I have to tell you something, it doesn't matter who you are, what kind of game you've played, what the stats say. When you come off the field, you got to work on something for next week. That's the bottom line. And the way that you guys, and that's the reason I put it to you, because you guys always know. You come out and you say, I got to work on something else, and I like that. What about you, Kel? What did you say this week you wanted to work on?
I need to work on my pass blocking coming from tight end, or not tight end, but tailback.
Pass blocking?
Yes.
Coach, you over here shaking your head on that one.
Well, he might play tight end. We don't know where he's going to be.
Coach shaking your head. Yeah, you got to work on it. You got to work on it. He's over here shaking your head. Coach, talk a little bit about what you're seeing with some of the region teams, but specifically Heritage going over there on defense. What do you see that you're going to have to be prepared for before we close up tonight?
Heritage is really a microcosm in my mind to the whole region because, you know, they're a really talented team and they're well coached, and we're just going to have to play our best, you know, to beat them. We're going to have to, even though we're tired in the third and fourth quarter, sometimes we're going to have to stay with our keys and not just go on, you know, where the ball is. Focus on our keys through the whole game and not just the first and second quarter.
What have you been seeing on Heritage this week that you're looking at that you know you have to be prepared for this week, Coach? Talk a little bit about the team you're going to see Friday night.
They're explosive. They can score. They've got some good weapons, and we're going to have to play sound football defensively. Offensively, we're going to have to keep the ball, hold the ball, cut that time on the clock off, and control the clock, control the time.
Control the time.
Mm-hmm.
The new guys that come out as a team as a whole. Is everybody ready for region ball? I mean, what kind of talk are you having with the team that, hey, it's 0-0 Friday night? Is that the attitude?
That's the attitude, and basically the way I explain it to them is, even with me playing in college and high school, all that stuff, you're not guaranteed another snap at all. You're not guaranteed anything. So play every play as if it was your last play, because something might happen or you might not get another snap. So that's the message I'm giving our team, to have some readiness and a sense of urgency about themselves going into region play, because we don't know what's going to happen. We can't worry about that because it's out of our hands, but we can do the little things right all week, and hopefully it'll take care of itself.
Well, guys, I do want to wish you well going over to Heritage Friday night. And, and you guys know the region, because every one of you guys, I've talked to you before, and I've seen you. You guys know region ball. You know the teams you're getting ready to go up against. And, hey, Cartersville's not in there. You're not going to always remember, you're not going to Cartersville, right? So, anyhow, hey, I'm your host, BKP, and this is Gilmer Bobcats Turf Talk. And this week starts region play, so you want to follow us on Twitter. Go at Fetcher News, hashtag Team FYN Sports, hashtag Gilmer Football. We keep you updated all through the game with the highlights. Going into region play this week, these guys are traveling over to Heritage. And going over there with them, carpool, game time 7:30. And then every Monday morning, don't miss Monday Morning Quarterback at 8:30 with me, BKP. And every morning at 8 a.m., Good Morning from the Office, my show, every morning 8 a.m. Everybody should watch my show, 8 a.m. every Monday morning. I'm your host, BKP, and we're going to be back here next Tuesday. Thank you, Circuit World. Thank you. And you know what, guys? I have to say, the mood I've heard from all the fans, your parents, everybody this week is so positive. So positive. So take that Friday night, because you need to know everybody's behind you. They really are, and everybody's upbeat and excited about this Bobcat team. A lot of guys on the sideline. Coach, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Honeymoon's over, Coach.
Yeah.
Next week you come back. Tough questions. I'm gonna have them written up. You ready?
Good to go.
And you're gonna have to answer some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay. Love it. Love being with these Bobcats, and we will see you next week. Don't forget, follow them over to Heritage Friday night. Region football, Quad A Region 6 starts this Friday night. Nothing like high school football in the fall. I'm out of here, Cole.